Hey everyone, welcome back to James Dog Vids. Here with Nathan again.
Hi.
Where we're doing I found a quiz that Nathan can do. It's the Ultimate Harry Potter Quiz. I found this the other day. Matt's not here doing the camera work because he's over in UK, lucky bastard. So that's why we're doing this one. Alright, here we go. This is 57 questions as well. Okay. Which Harry Potter word is now in the Oxford English Dictionary? A. Hogwarts, B. Voldemort, or C. Muggle?
Muggle.
Correct. In 2003 it was put in. Who were Harry's parents? Henry and Maggie Potter, William and Elizabeth Potter, or James and Lily Potter?
James and Lily.
Correct. Everyone should know that one. Who are the Muggle aunt and uncle that Harry must live with every summer? Ned and Camellia Diddley, Ralph and Magnolia Dudley, or Vernon and Petunia Dursley?
Vernon?
Yep.
Yeah.
Aunt Petunia. In order of birth, who are the 7 Weasley siblings? Percy, Bill, George, Charlie, Fred, Ron, Ginny. George, Fred, Percy, Bill, Charlie, Ron, Ginny. Well, last one, Bill, Charlie, Percy, Fred, George, Ron, Ginny.
The last one.
Correct. Because, yeah.
It's oldest and youngest.
Yeah. And then how can George and how would be George, Charlie, Fred?
Yeah, exactly. They're twins.
And then George and Fred aren't the oldest.
No.
What are the 3 unforgivable curses? Impedimenta, Incarcerus and Incendo, Avada Kedavra, Crusoe and Impero, or Expelliarmus, Expecto Patronum and Defendo?
Second one.
Yeah.
With
Yeah, that's the only way that people could tell that one.
Yeah, because that's basically killing someone.
Which of these Hogwarts professors teaches Transfiguration? Snape, Sprout, or McGonagall?
McGonagall.
Correct. She turned into a cat.
Yeah.
I love Maggie Smith. At the end of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone,
Or Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah, Philosopher's Stone.
Australia.
Which professor removes his turban to reveal Voldemort on the back of his head? Quirrell, Lockhart, or Snape?
That's Quirrell.
Quirrell. Who first shows Harry the diary of Tom Riddle? Moaning Myrtle, Fawkes, or Nearly Headless Nick?
I'm going to say Moaning Myrtle.
Correct. I knew that one too. Who was Tom Marvolo Riddle? The ghost of Sirius Black, Harry's father, or Voldemort?
Voldemort.
Correct. What's the only book in Harry Potter series that does not feature Lord Voldemort? The Sorcerer's Stone, The Prisoner of Azkaban, or The Deathly Hallows?
Azkaban.
Yep, because that was about Sirius Black in that one.
Mm.
Who was the prisoner of Azkaban and was he guilty of the crime he was accused of committing? James Potter, not guilty. Cornelius Fudge, guilty. Or Sirius Black, not guilty?
Sirius Black, not
Yeah.
guilty.
Yeah, because how can James Potter be criminally dead?
Yeah, exactly.
What Hogwarts student is killed in the Little Hangleton graveyard at the end of the Goblet of Fire? Draco Malfoy, Neville Longbottom, or Cedric Diggory?
Cedric Diggory.
That was the best part in history because Robert Pattinson died. Who was not a member of the Order of the Phoenix? Mad-Eye Moody, Bellatrix Lestrange, or Sirius Black?
The chick.
Yeah, she's a Death Eater.
Yeah.
Shark Eater. Who kills Dumbledore at the end of the Half-Blood Prince? Lucius Malfoy,
Snape.
Draco Malfoy, or Snape?
Snape.
How many copies did Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows sell the first day of its release in the US and the UK? 5 million, 8 million, or 11 million?
That's a Harry Potter question. 11 million?
Correct.
Hey!
The final Harry Potter book sold an astonishing 11 million copies within 24 hours.
Jeez.
What's the name of the fairy tale book that Dumbledore bequeaths to Hermione and the Deathly Hallows? J.K. Rowling later published the book. The Tales of Beedle the Bard, the Tales of Crookshanks the Cat, or the Tales of Gilderoy the Great. I got this one wrong.
First one.
Shut up. You got it.
Yeah.
In the apology, what was it? Epilogue.
Epilogue?
That's one. To Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, to whom is Harry married? Hermione Granger, Ginny Weasley, Cho Chang.
Ooh, that's a stumper. At the end of Deathly Hallows Part 2, who's Harry married to? Pretty sure it's Ginny.
Yeah, it's Ginny.
I was thinking the Asian girl.
No, because she ends up like
Oh, that's right. She's wanting.
Another tidbit offered in the final epilogue is that this former Hogwarts student is now teaching herbology at his alma mater. Luna Lovegood, Lavender Brown, or Neville Longbottom?
I'm going to say Neville because it said at his.
Correct.
It's a giveaway. Shut up, computer.
Okay, the next one. The first Harry Potter theme park opened in 2010. Where is it? Kyoto, Japan, Birmingham, England, or Orlando, Florida?
England?
Wrong. America, because America has to get everything apparently.
America!
In the first line of the first book of the Harry Potter series, we learn that Harry's aunt and uncle, the Dursleys, were proud to say that they were perfectly normal, thank you very much. The last people you'd expect to be involved in anything strange or mysterious. Proud winners of the best kept suburban lawn competition.
I watch movies, I don't read books. I'm going to say the first one.
Yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4, Privet Drive, were proud to say that they were perfectly normal, thank you very much.
They weren't. Far from
In Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the Philosopher's Stone, Book 1, a magical creature named Fluffy guards a trapdoor. What kind of creature is Fluffy? A Niffler, a cuddly creature that is useful treasure detector. Acromelantia, a gigantic black spider raised by Hagrid from England. A hellhound known in Book 1 as the three-headed dog.
Also known as Cerberus or Cerberus, the three-headed dog.
Named Fluffy.
All you gotta do is play a bit of music for Fluffy to go to sleep. Well, I shouldn't have said that.
So, the Philosopher's Stone, so I'm just going to say this from now on when it refers to the Sorcerer's Stone, is an incredibly valuable magical item which provides immortality and unlimited wealth. Which item was not protecting its hiding place? A three-headed dog, a blast-ended screw-it, or Snape's potions puzzle?
Potions puzzle?
Wrong, a blast-ended screw-it. Hagrid's three-headed dog Sprouts, Devil's Snare, so three-headed dog, Sprouts, Devil's Snare, Flitwick's Charms Keys, McGonagall's Transfigured Chessboard, Quirrell's Troll, Snape's Potions Puzzle, and Dumbledore's Mirror of Erise protected the Sorcerers.
What was his potions puzzle? I don't even remember that.
Something. How did Harry retrieve the Philosopher's Stone from the Mirror of Erise?
It was in his pocket.
He broke the mirror fighting with Quirrell. He looked into the mirror and felt the stone drop into his pocket. He distracted Quirrell and quickly accessed a small hidden chamber in the mirror's one frame. He chose it was in his pocket. In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Book 2, Harry receives a warning when a creature named Dobby smashes a pudding in the Dursleys' house. What kind of creature is Dobby? And don't say your mum. Goblin, Senator, House Elf.
House elf. / me mum. And it wasn't a pudding. It was a cake.
Oh, it was a big fat good cake.
It was a big fat queen cake.
Harry and Ron miss the train back to school in Book 2, so they fly to Hogwarts and Ron's dad's bewitched Ford Anglia instead. How does this misadventure end? They
They
land.
smash into the big Wampum Willow.
Alright. Well, if you got that one right, but some of the these answers is like they landed spectacularly on the front lawn at Hogwarts. Bullshit. The car is spotted by muggles up and down the countryside. Both Harry and Ron are disciplined by the Ministry of Magic. They could have. That's what was going to happen.
That was what, yeah.
But they crash into Whomping Willow because they're shit drivers.
Yep.
Hogwarts students are excited when Professor Lockhart starts a dueling club. At the first meeting, Harry unwittingly reveals a mysterious and rare ability. What is
He
this
can
ability?
talk to snakes.
Harry is a Horcrux, which he is, but he didn't find that out till later. Harry can cast a Patronus charm, or Harry can speak Parcel Tongue.
Parcel tongue. He can speak to snakes.
Exceptionally handsome and infuriatingly arrogant. Furious, but the other word. Can't spell shit. Professor Gilderoy Lockhart is a fraud and a disaster at almost all spells. There is only one type of charm which he excels. However, what is it? Memory charms, summoning charms, the immensely difficult Humphreys charm which Lockhart used to defeat the Wugga Wugga werewolf.
The Wugga Wugga werewolf? No, it's the memory one.
Correct.
Because he goes to use it on Ron with Ron's wand, Harry with his Ron's wand, and it's broken and it hits himself.
Yeah. In book 2, Harry discovers a diary that used to belong to a Hogwarts student named Tom Riddle. According to the diary, which Hogwarts employee is the heir of Slytherin? Hagrid, McGonagall, Snape.
Snape.
Really? It was Hagrid.
I don't know.
50 years before Harry's time at Hogwarts, a student named Tom Riddle caught a young Hagrid raising Aragog,
Big ass
a
spider.
baby Acromancer, in a dungeon cupboard. Aragog was blamed for attacking several students. Hagrid was expelled and had his wand snapped in half. Hagrid was not, however, the heir of Slytherin. That person turned out to be Tom Marvolo Riddle himself, who came to be known by what name after he graduated from Hogwarts? The Dark Lord, Voldemort, both of the above.
I said both of the above.
Yeah, the Dark Lord, Voldemort.
Voldemort.
In Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Book 3, Harry runs away from his aunt and uncle's home after accidentally casting a Patronus charm, dropping a Tom-Tongue toffee that gets eaten by Dudley, or blowing his Aunt Marge up like a balloon.
The balloon. Because she's floating away in like one of the scenes later on going,
In Book 3, Harry nearly dies several times after capturing a glimpse of which death omen? The Grim, the Werewolf, the Thestral.
The Grim? Because that is a type
Correct.
of werewolf?
Harry fears he's seen a Grim, a large black dog that portends death. However, the dog turns out to be his godfather, Sirius Black, and his fault.
Oh mate, that's Grim.
Third-year students at Hogwarts get to do two things they weren't allowed to do previously. What are they? Visit Hogsmeade and become perfects. Become perfects and start new subjects. Start new subjects and visit Hogsmeade.
You're gonna say the last one.
Yep.
I was saying drinking, noise.
Yeah.
That'd be good Harry Potter stuff.
Hermione begs permission from Professor McGonagall to take an unusually heavy course load in her third year. What does McGonagall give her to help her get to all of her classes? Mandrake Drought, Felix Felicius, or a Time Turner?
Time Turner. Actually, no wait, that was Dumbledore that gave her a Time Turner.
No, it was Professor McGonagall.
Oh no, yeah, it was her. Yeah, the Time Turner.
Yeah, because McGonagall had to send off to the magic thing to give her one, so she could redo like she could do like 6 lessons a day if she wanted to.
Yeah, because then Dumbledore made a remark, time is of the essence, so get to it.
Harry and Ron each add only 2 classes to their course schedule. Care of Magical Creatures with Professor Rubius Hagrid, and Divination with the professor who reminds Harry strongly of a glittering insect. Who is the Hogwarts Divination professor? Aurora Sinistra, Sybil Trelawney, or Pomona Sprout? I got this one probably too.
Same again?
Aurora Sinistra, Sybil Trelawney, or Pomona Sprout.
Sybil, wasn't it?
Sybil. Correct.
Isn't that the chick with the T?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Harry hasn't had the best experience with his defence against the dark arts teachers, but in year 3 he finally gets one who really knows his stuff. Who is he? Professor Lockhart, Professor Lupin, or Professor Grubbly Plank?
It's the dude that's the werewolf, Lupin, isn't it?
Correct, Professor Lupin.
Isn't it the one that's the werewolf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Name,
He's telling him to defend against the Dementors.
name both the Wizarding Prison and the foul creatures who guard it. Azkaban is guarded by Dementors. Absalom is guarded by Dementors, or Azkaban is guarded by Delaminators.
The Minotaurs would be cool, but it's Azkaban by Dementors.
Yeah, Dementors. In Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Book 4, Harry gets to spend part of his summer vacation with Ron because Ron's dad has managed to get them tickets to what majoring wizarding event? Should know this.
Quidditch.
The Tri-Wizard Tournament, International Exhibition of Thick-Bottomed Cauldrons, or the Quidditch World Cup?
It's the Quidditch.
The Quidditch World Cup.
By the way, could you
Because they
imagine,
saw Crumb.
could you imagine if the Azkaban prison wasn't guarded by Dementors and it was guarded by Dementures? They'd just be like, wait, what am I doing again? Wait, what am I guarding? Wait, who are you? Wait, what's going on? Wait, what am I guarding again? Wait, who are you? Wait, what's going on? It's been a vicious cycle.
Go home, Bob.
They just let the people out of the prison. They'd be like, nah, no point. Off you go.
Question 38 out of 57, so we're going through it pretty quick. Harry finds himself infatuated with a girl for the first time in Book 4. What Quidditch position did Cho Chang play? Beater, keeper, or seeker?
Keeper.
Oh, I got that wrong too. She was a seeker.
You know who I had an
Maybe because she
infatuation?
was a year older than him.
You know who I had an infatuation with? Luna. And just for all you people out there, just so you know, Luna did a photo shoot and she's naked.
In Book 4, Harry received much unwanted attention from which Daily Prophet reporter? Rita Skeeter, Barnabas Cuff, or Gilderoy Lockhart?
The first one, because that was the annoying person with
British.
the quill feather thing.
Yeah, Mr. Potter, how did you get in here? Dumb. As bad as the Avacadabra killing curse is the Crutchulous curse can be equally devastating, as Harry learns when he hears how Bellatrix Lestrange tortured Neville Longbottom's parents. What happened to the Longbottoms? They were driven insane and now live in locked ward at St. Mungo's. They became Death Eaters. They died, leaving Neville to be raised by his grandmother. We're back. The camera turned off, it usually does. So at the end of the last one was that one, he got it wrong. It was the parents got sent to mental institution. So this one's, how did Harry learn about the fate of Neville's past or parents? Hermione put 2 and 2 together and told Harry. He overheard Neville talking in his sleep. He saw the trial of Crouch and the Lestranges in Dumbledore's pen and stove.
The third one.
Yep, he looked in the thing and he almost drowned probably. Harry witnessed Voldemort's return at the end of Book 4. How did he come back? He stole the Sorcerer's Stone and used it from the conjure of a corporeal form. He reanimated his old body by possessing the corpse of James Potter. No. He used a potion of his own invention to restore himself to his mortal form.
He used his own potion
Yep.
because the rat guy lops off his hand.
Correct.
Oh.
Which horse-like creatures pull the school carriages at Hogwarts? Thestrals, Senators, or Hippogriffs?
Hippogriffs?
No, it's Thestrals. It sounds like Hippogriffs. When Harry meets Luna Lovegood for the first time, which publication is she reading? The Daily Prophet, the Quibbler, or which broomstick?
The second one.
Yeah, the Quibbler, because they're fathers, isn't it? Fred and George Weasley's life ambition was open to joke shop at the end of 5. Which of the things they invented? Skipping snack boxes, canary creams, ton tongue toffee and extendable ears. Second one, canary creams, fizzling whiz-bees, skiving snack boxes and trick wands. Third one, trick wands, skiving snack boxes, tongue toffee and sneaker scopes.
The last one.
Wrong was the first one because it was extendable ears, which I forgot. Hogwarts gets its worst ever defence against the dark arts teacher in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Who was it? Dolores Umbridge, Quirrell Squirrel or Severus Snape?
The first one.
Umbridge, because everyone wanted her dead more than Voldemort itself. Since Umbridge wouldn't allow students to actually practice spells, Hermione convinced Harry to start his own secret defence against the dark arts. What is it called? Where was it held? Defence Association, DA for short. Meetings were held in the room requirement. The Defence Against the Dark Arts League met in the Covent Garden, or Dumbledore's army met in the room of requirement.
Dumbledore's army.
Correct. At the beginning of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Book 6, we meet a new Hogwarts professor. Who was he? Slughorn, Umbridge or Moody?
Slughorn?
Correct. In Book 6 we learn about the Horcruxes that contain a fragment of Dark Wizard's soul. What are the 7 Horcruxes that Voldemort created? Tom Riddle's diary, Marvolo Gaunt's locket, Slytherin's ring, Hufflepuff's cup, Rowena Ravenclaw's diadem, Nagini the snake and Harry Potter himself. B. Tom Riddle's diary, Marvolo Gaunt's ring, Slytherin's locket, Hufflepuff's cup, Rowena Ravenclaw's diadem, Nagini the snake and Harry Potter himself. The third one, Tom Riddle's diary, Marvolo Gaunt's ring, Slytherin's locket, Hufflepuff's diadem, Ravenclaw's cup, Nagini the snake and Harry Potter himself.
The first one.
Wrong was the second one.
Damn it.
And I'm not saying more because it's too hard to say. What does Dumbledore do in Book 6 to equip Harry with the tools he needs to destroy Voldemort's Horcruxes? He bequeaths him with the Sword of Gryffindor. He teaches the Horcruxo, the secret spell for destroying Horcruxes. He takes him through the Pensieve to show him his memories of Voldemort's past.
Second one?
No, third one.
Shit.
On the school train in Book 6, Draco Malfoy hints that his dark aspirations involve much more than schoolboy pranks. What has the Dark Lord asked him to do? Join the Death Eaters, murder Albus Dumbledore, or both of the above?
Both of the above.
Above, correct. What magical object must Draco Malfoy repair in order to carry out his instructions from Voldemort? Slytherin's locket, Vanishing Cabinet, or the Room of Requirement?
Vanishing Cabinet.
Correct, because of the apple. And the bird. Bird dies. Who was the Half-Blood Prince? Albus Dumbledore, Horace Slughorn, or Severus Snape?
Snape.
Yep. Dumbledore also makes bequests to Harry and Ron in Book 7. What are these? A Deluminator, Gryffindor's sword and the first golden snitch Harry ever caught, Gryffindor's sword, a port outer and the Pensieve, or an invisibility cloak, a Dementor and Gryffindor's sword.
That's the one with the snitch.
Yep, I got that one wrong because I forgot about the snitch. What are the 3 Deathly Hallows? Invisibility cloak, Elder Wand and Polyjuice potion, Elder Wand, Horcrux and Resurrection stone, or 3 Resurrection stone, Invisibility cloak and the Elder Wand.
3.
Yep. Harry's best friend is Ron Weasley. He comes from a large wizarding family. Over the years, Harry gets to know all the Weasley kids pretty well. Which Weasley sibling dies in the Battle of Hogwarts? George, Percy, or Fred?
Get these ones mixed up. Is it Fred?
Correct. I went George because I thought it was George, but no. Severus Snape is a Death Eater. Is he also a bad guy? Snape became a murderer and a double agent in the name of love. He's complicated but ultimately good. Superb oculumens. Snape plays Dumbledore like a fiddle. He's right to the core. Nope, Death Eaters are good guys.
He's complicated, but he's also good. Like he's good and bad, and he's a double agent.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you got 48 out of 57.
Yay!
So you did better than me. I got 19 wrong. So you got that one right. So now we're going to take a break and we're going to do some more ones. They're going to be off of YouTube. So it's like top 25 80s kid shows, 90s, Nickelodeons. Rest in peace Cartoon Network ones. So I'm going to play them and see if you get some. So see you in the next one. Please record. I will shoot somebody.